I have always been a fortress so secret deep inside, but you have secrets too that you don't have to hide. Show yourself. Hey, that's my song.
Disenchanted, not directed by Kevin Lima this time, but by Adam Shakeman, and is the 2022 straight to Disney Plus sequel to Disney's beloved 2007 hit Enchanted. So, Disenchanted tells the story taking place, I'm guessing 15 years after the first Enchanted, because Morgan is now in her teenager years, and Giselle and Morgan's father are now happily married, have a daughter of their own, and they move out of their city life in New York into a cozy cottage in the countryside. Though Morgan is unhappy with this, kind of like how Riley was pissed about her change of home in Inside Out, and Giselle wants to fix her relationship with Morgan, so she wishes that a wish that backfires and transforms Giselle into a wicked stepmother. And because of Giselle's actions, the queen of the town is becomes a rival stepmother to Giselle, and the two battle it out for control over the town. At the same time, Andalasia is at stake. So it's all down to Morgan to save the day this time. Now, as you all know, find the first Enchanted to be one of Disney's most overhyped live action blockbusters. I was happy to hear we were guessing this sequel, as I thought the first Enchanted has plenty of room for improvement. And the question on all your minds is, does Disenchanted improve over all the shortcomings of its predecessor? The answer, fucking yes. I'm saying this is a good sequel, but that's as far as I go. I'm still not saying it's a great sequel. It's no Frozen 2. I mean, and happy third anniversary to that cinematic masterpiece, by the way. But Disenchanted is the movie that I was looking for in the first Enchanted, and it's just a crime that the better Enchanted movie got didn't receive a cinematic release, whereas the first Enchanted did. How unfair. I get that a lot of Disney sequels, particularly ones to the animated ones, were just a straight to DVD, but even so, I mean, let's get the few flaws I have with this movie out of the way. Like, it's totally unnecessary to recap the events of the first movie in the opening scene in the book. Like, did Disney not learn from Ice Age Adventures of Fuck Wild that we don't need to be told what happened in the previous installment? Like, everybody's seen the original Enchanted by now. It's only 15 years old, uh, and plus, I have nothing against the pacing, but I do think we could have had just one or two more action scenes in this film, because the final battle, when Giselle and Maya Rudolph's stepmother go at it with their wands, it's like a wizard duel from the wizarding world. It's that fucking cool. I'm like, please, could we have had more of that? And also, Morgan gets a boyfriend who is the son of a Jonah Cusack's character, and he's like the champion of the town for years running. I would have been all for Morgan getting a love interest if the love story led to something, and if he was as likable a character as Morgan, but he's Prince Bland, because that's how bland and a character he is, and yeah, he's the most unnecessary character here. His and Morgan's a love story has no impact on the narrative. You would think that Joan Cusack's character would want to, revenge on Morgan for dating her son, and but no, it leads to no conflict like that. But now on to why Disenchanted is more enchanting than the first. The plot is way more original and darker this time round. The first Enchanted was all about showing the light-hearted, fluffy sunshine and rainbow side of the fairy tale genre, whereas this, uh, well, parodies the darker and more twisted side of fairy tales, particularly the wicked stepmothers. And Amy Adams, outdoes herself here as evil Giselle when the wishes, gradually changing her character. Amy Adams was clearly having a total ball playing, making Giselle a darker character, and Morgan is my favourite character this time round. I liked Morgan better as a teenager than I did when she was a little girl. As she feels like the heroine who needs to make things right this time, and we get to see her go through teenage hormones and see her disobeying Giselle and her father, and struggling to accept Giselle as her mother, and and we get to see Morgan enter Andalasia, which was amazing to see her in animated form, which we never got to see in the first film. And thank you, Disney. Bless you for bringing 2D animation back in Disenchanted. I mean, uh, don't we all miss it? And Idina Menzel as Nancy is the other standout in this sequel. I mean, Nancy is also better done in Disenchanted than she was in the first, and her song "Love Power" is the Into the Unknown and Show Yourself of the Enchanted duology, and my absolute favourite song of the Enchanted franchise. I mean, you can hear the when Idina unleashes the power of her voice in that scene. There are more songs in the soundtrack in this sequel, and I prefer the songs here than I did in the first film. Sue Me, and they fixed the flaw of the chipmunk not being able to talk when he's in the real world in the original Enchanted. In this sequel, he can, thank God. And him transforming into a cat, like Lucifer from a Cinderella. I mean, yeah, that's has my guts are bursting with laughter. Yeah, this is an even funnier sequel than that of the first. Joe Cusack's villainess, better than the boring villain from the first Enchanted in every way. I mean, she at least has more personality and is not exactly a villain. I mean, she only becomes the stepmother who wants to overthrow Giselle for control of the town when Giselle's wish happens in the alternative universe. But once the wish is unwished, then she goes back to being good again, and she and Giselle form a unlikely partnership. So it's great to see. This villain actually has some redemption. Also, her two henchwomen, I found them to be even more hilarious than Timothy Spall's a henchman from the first movie. Oh, and the scroll, who kind of looked like an enchanted object from Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, a magical addition. And I know people have criticized this movie for sidelining, Edward and Patrick Dempsey's character, but that never bothered me. While I didn't care for Patrick Dempsey in the first Enchanted, I did get a chuckle out of him here when he steps into Edward's shoes and becomes a prince of his own, and he takes on a dragon and a troll. This sequel also vastly improves the location over the first one. We're finally going out of New York and stepping into more countryside and prettier locations that look more like a fairy tale. I heard this sequel was shot in Ireland and some of it's in Buckinghamshire in the UK and near where I am. So as a Brit, I absolutely love that, and I do think the ending does have a nice emotional touch when Morgan calls her Giselle her mum. So overall, I don't get the hate for Disenchanted, and I don't get the general consensus calling this weaker than the first film. I'm the complete opposite. This is a flawed but stronger sequel, and I'm gonna say it. I enjoyed it more than Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
I give Disenchanted 3 stars out of 5. Good movie.
So yeah, if Disney ever greenlit an Enchanted 3, 15 years after this one, what's it going to be titled? Re-Enchanted? Lol. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What are your thoughts on Disenchanted? Do you agree that it's superior to the first Enchanted? Or do you think it's inferior to the first Enchanted? I'm sure the majority of you will say the latter, but please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I give my thoughts on the Avatar: The Way of Water new character posters and new footage that we got. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.